Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry about the grainy video, my camcorder's down. It won't charge, won't do nothing, will not display, it's over. So I'm going with the phone. Today I'm going to make a prediction about what Fox body will be the most expensive ever sold. What's going to bring the most money, and watch and find out. My predictions. If you think it's another one that's possible that could sell more, hey, let me know in the comments. Let's get right into it. Here are my predictions. From cheapest to most expensive to be sold at auction in the future. It's a 7-Up car. Everybody knows, I think they're a 1990 model LX. They were all green, white interior, white top. One sold a couple years ago, only had 12 miles on it at Barrett-Jackson for $75,000. It was a wrapper car, plastic still on it and everything. But there was 4,103 of those cars made. So that's why I'm thinking they're not, I mean, that's a rare occasion that you have one that rare. But I'm thinking because there was 4,100 of them made, that takes away from the value. I think if they're out there, and I know there's a few, these spring feature cars, they made the 93 in the canary yellow. This is at Daniel Carpenter's Museum in Concord, North Carolina. This car only has 3,600 miles on it. I don't know if that car will sell for 70. I'm thinking somewhere around 40, 50, because I see these cars up for sale because I'm looking one of these cars to kind of match my 4i. But with only 3,600 miles, this is one of the rarest ones you'll see. Most of them run around 60,000 miles I've been looking at, and they go anywhere from 8,000 to 18,000. The 93 white on white. They made 1,500 of those. I saw one at Mustang Week last year. I think they were asking $12,000 for the car. They're running anywhere between 8 to 18,000. More than what a standard 7-Up car will with the same mileage. These cars will bring more because I've seen 7-Up cars only sell for $7,700 at Mecum a couple months ago. One only sold for $7,700. I think these cars are worth more strictly due to the number made. There's the red feature. That was a 92 deal. It had white rims, white interior, white top. They only made 1,500 of those also, and those are pretty rare. So I'm thinking one of those super low mileage is going to go for more. This don't look like much, right? It's an 83 GLX convertible. Look at it. It doesn't stand out and say $50,000 car. But Daniel Carpenter, once again, I've got a lot of stuff about him. He's got money. He buys super rare cars. He has an 83 GLX with only 6 miles on it. I think it's a 5-speed car if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what that car will bring, but I think it'll bring more than a 7-Up car. I mean, with only 6 miles on it, the 7-Up car sold with 12 miles, and there was 4,000 made. I don't know of any other 83 GLX with less miles than 6. If you know it, shoot it to me in the comments. But I think that car will go, I don't know, $50,000 to $100,000. Dare I say that? I don't know if I can say that, but I'm going to say that car could go for $75,000 to $100,000. This is an 86 SVO, but there was 9,000 SVOs made, give or take, about 9,100, from 84 to 86. And any Fox body person knows how special these cars are. Daniel Carpenter, once again, has a 4 original mile car in white, 86 SVO. Now, you tell me how rare that is. I mean, good grief. I don't know. A regular SVO, I've seen them go from 7,000 right on up to around $25,000, $30,000 for the Super Mint. I'm thinking that car is going to bring more than 50. That's my prediction. I may be way off. You can tell me if you think I'm off. We're going in the future. I'm waiting to see some of these cars come up for sale somewhere, and we'll see how close I am. But like I said, there was 9,000 of them made. This one I think will go for over 50,000. But most of them, like I say, are going from 7 to 20s, low 20s, mid 20s because of mileage. 93 Cobra, one of my favorite cars of all time. This one does not have 5,000 miles on it. This is just a picture I snatched off the internet. Daniel Carpenter has one of these cars with 5,000 miles on it. That's the lowest example I've ever seen of any of them. You can find them on the internet. They are for sale. Most of them are running. A lot of them that are here at Barrett-Jackson and Mecum right now are running about 24,000 for Barrett-Jackson Mecum quality stuff. So 24,000 to 50,000. This one, I don't know. A 5,000 mile car. Get out of here, Scream Man. But a 5,000, Daniel Carpenter's got one with only 5,000 in teal, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. You tell me what you think that car will go for. I'm saying if they're going for 25 to 44,000 for the 20 and 30,000 mile cars, what's one with 5,000 miles going to go for? I'm betting 75 to 100. Pace cars. They made 10,478 pace cars. These cars aren't that rare. I mean, that's a high number. That's higher than any other car I've showed you so far. The SVO 3-year run was not even that high. Everything else is 1,500, 2,000, maybe 3,000 cars made. But this, Daniel Carpenter, once again, out of Concord, North Carolina, he's got one with only 11 original miles. His does not even have the front bumper put on it because when they pulled it off the rollback to get it to a dealership, they never installed a front bumper. I think the center caps are off of it. Everything's still wrapped in plastic, so he has a wrapper car going 100 to 125,000 would be my guess. That's right now in today's prices. You know, it was a low mile car, so I mean, this one only has 11 original miles on it. I'd say 100. It depends on who wants it too, who's in the crowd, who wants that car, because the pace cars are desirable. That, you know, it's the first year to Fox, and they're just a really desirable car. Now here, last month at Barrett Jackson, a guy sold a Cobra R, one of 107. He sold his for $132,000 or $136,000. Now everybody goes crazy about that. There were 107 of these cars out there, super rare. This is a 62-mile car. But I've got pictures of this car from Mustang Week. This car has 62 miles. It's out of Lubbock, Texas. I read up on this car, the guy that really wanted it. There are a handful, maybe a dozen wrapper cars out there. The Barrett Jackson one had 600 miles on it and sold for $130,000+. I'm thinking this car has 62 miles, should sell for $140,000, $150,000, depending on who's in the crowd, who wants to buy it. But Daniel Carpenter, once again, he's got one with 29 original miles, and his is number 2 of the 107. Because it's number 2 and because it's only got 29,000 miles, I'm betting that car will go for over 150,000 easily. 175,000 possibly, depending on who's in the crowd and how bad they want it. So that is one of the cream de la creme. But I've got 2 more cars I want to show you that I think are worth more than these. And so far, this is the most expensive type car to ever Fox body to sell at Barrett Jackson. 136 is the highest Fox body so far. But Daniel Carpenter is going to sell for higher. This guy to Lubbock, Texas, his will sell for higher. This is one of Daniel Carpenter's cars. It is a 1990 Saleen number 10. Those low numbers, they really help in the sale of it. It's a Saleen. It is supercharged. It only has 80 miles on it, and it is a supercharged Saleen Fox body. That car, I think, will go for easily $150,000 to $175,000. That's just my guess. We'll see. I'm probably going to be wrong about that. It might bring $200,000. Say it ain't so that we could ever say a Fox body would bring $200,000. But I think that's the second most expensive Fox body that will ever sell right there, just because of that mileage. Unless somebody's out there got one I don't know about. I've been looking around the internet. I can't find anything with lower miles than 80 miles on it. That's my guess. Here's number 1, the Saleen SA10. Anybody who knows anything about these, this car, they only made 10 of them. You had to be a Saleen owner to get your name on the list to get in for these 10 cars. All 10 of them look exactly the same on the outside, but you could change the interior, the seats, steering wheel you could do, and you could change whatever options you wanted out on the motor through Saleen. But that was all. The outside had to remain. He was going to sell it to you the exact same. Caleb's, he on one of his videos, he was talking about it Mustang, but he said he don't think $150,000 to $175,000 will touch this car. I totally agree, because there's only 10 of them ever made. 2 of them, one of them got destroyed in a crash. The other one got stolen, and they have never found the car. They don't, probably stripped out, or either it's sitting in Dubai in a warehouse. No matter which one, I think this car will go for $175,000 to $250,000. That is my guess. I know that sounds crazy. I can't believe I would ever say a Fox body would sell for $250,000. I've only seen 2 or 3 pictures on the internet of 2 ever together at the same place, and I think that was at the Ford Nationals or either Mustang Week. There was one at Mustang Week last year that was trailered there. I'm saying $200,000 $250,000 easily. That is the cream de la cream fox body to own. I will probably never have anything like that. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Appreciate you watching.